right, and welcome back to another episode of the Common Sense Experience, featured only on the Black Podcasters Network. We're back for another exciting episode. We have a guest. Well, it's not really a. Can we consider him a guest? I don't know. He's a guest. He's a friend over.
He's a guest on the show though, but he ain't somebody. He ain't a nigga that we don't know. This motherfucker right here has been around since Prohibition.
Shit. It's been about
we go back since Reagan was putting crack in the communities.
Wow. That's facts.
Oops.
Big facts, brother.
Shout out to Arm & Hammer.
Big facts, my brother. Back in the 80s when they infiltrated LA with drugs. But that's for another show.
The real freeway.
Shout out to the show So Far. That is a beautiful show. Y'all watch that? Charles, you watched that?
What show?
Rob just brought it up though. Have you watched So Far?
No.
I heard about it. I gotta get up on it.
Oh, watch that show, brothers, and be goddamn, that show is amazing. But go ahead, Chuck, do your thing, man.
Dirty Money.
Yes. All right, yeah. So before we get into it, say it again, Pete.
I said, please watch Dirty Money.
Oh yeah. I watched the first one with the Volkswagen. Jesus.
That's my next shit. I just finished Stranger Things last night, so Dirty Money's probably going. That or Narcos, one of the other ones, like the drug.
No,
thing,
Dirty Money before Narcos, bro. Dirty Money before Narcos.
Okay. I got it down. I forgot you mentioned that shit. I just wrote that shit down, so I'll make sure I catch that shit too. But
Mike check 1 2. Where is this? What's good, fellas?
What up, motherfuckers?
We're here with my brothers. We got Rob Dean. I call him Dean. We call him Rob Dean. We got PG-13 and Amir. What's up, fellas?
Hey man, show Rob some motherfucking respect, man. That's a licensed barber right there, man. Rob Dean, LB, licensed barber.
He's also a licensed bartender too.
Oh man, just
a man of many talents and skills. So we have y'all in Buffalo, y'all know Canisius graduate here. Without further ado, man, there's no. I don't know. Robert Robinson, Robert Dean.
Wow.
There's so many monikers for this brother right here. Shout out to his granddad. And I want to make sure I give a good grand. The brother Sway. You know how he introduces people. I want to make sure I go ahead and give that though. This brother's grandfather, I think, was the first black sheriff in here in Buffalo, Erie County. So you know what I'm saying. So yeah. It's a lot of clout with this brother. He comes from good stock. So I want to make sure I go. The Reverend Brian Robinson's son here, Robert Dean Robinson. How you feeling, brother?
Well, shit. At the introduction like that, I'm good, yo. I appreciate y'all for having me on y'all show, y'all podcast. I'm humble. I don't know what to say now. I feel like I should get off. I don't know if I can come behind that, dude. I got too many accolades that was thrown out there, and I'm gonna sound like a fool on this podcast. Nigga, like, who is this thing?
Chuck, me and Chuck wasn't going to make it comfortable for you.
He went throwback though. He said you come from good stock. That's
give a little, Chuck. You remember that shit? We was woken up to that shit. That shit was amazing.
So that my uncle, Ron J. Shout out to Ron J. He's a crazy motherfucker. Like this man. When we say crazy, I've known a lot of crazy motherfuckers, but he was one crazy motherfucker, and I can't remember the situation of when
the good stock actually came from your landlord.
Which
he came in the morning. Rob was talking to him, and Rob.
No, hold on. If y'all gonna tell the story, hold on. Since you gotta let me tell it since I remember it.
Well, God bless you. Go ahead, sir.
All right. Before I forget, I want to say, yo, Pete, good shout out. I appreciate you mentioning the fact that I just got my license for barber and everything. So I appreciate that.
No doubt, brother.
The situation that good stock quote came from, Chuck, you remember when we was having the plumbing problem in the apartment we had?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Remember how he was trying to blame us for it, saying that he found like shit in the lines and stuff, and it had to come from us and all that shit.
Yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah.
So, if you remember, I went and talked to Dennis's you remember my cousin Dennis, right?
Yeah, of course.
I went and talked to his uncle who had did.
No, he don't remember Dennis. The fuck out
I'm just saying. I'm just, you know what I mean?
So yeah, Dennis Abrams, man, we love you, baby. Go ahead.
Right. Can't wait till you come home. Anyway, so remember I went to talk to his uncle about the situation. I was like, yo, because remember he's in he does like all kinds of stuff around the house, plumbing, like roofing, all that stuff. So I went to talk to him about the situation. He basically told us that we was being played. So come to find out, he knew the guy. So when I told him about the situation, I guess he reached out to the guy, but he never told us yet. So fast forward that morning, after he was trying to blame us and tell us that we was gonna have to pay for it, he shows up early that morning. I think it was like a Saturday morning or something, and his whole demeanor had changed after he talked to Uncle Harold. He was like, "Oh, I didn't know that was your uncle. You come from good stock."
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I remember now.
So he like backtracked everything he was saying. He was like, I'll take care of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once I get I'll look into getting some new pipes down there, yada, yada, yada. But then when I came upstairs, I didn't know nobody heard the conversation because how early it was. I thought everybody was asleep until I heard this nigga. Wait, I'm sorry. We can cuss on
Amir
right?
kept saying that shit.
You can say nigga.
I don't want to talk reckless, you know what I mean?
Everybody on the show know I'm a nigga. I love my people, though. I can be a nigga sometimes. Shit, I'm a nigga.
Yeah, there's no filter on this, bro. There's no filter on this one.
Remember how we had the little sliding door? As soon as I said that door open and walked in, Amir was like, mind you, I'm thinking this dude's knocked out. He's under the covers when he says this. He's like,
oh, yeah, he did.
You come for good stuff. He started busting out laughing, dude, for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I remember that.
That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
So yeah, man,
that's the story behind that.
It's a lot of great memories, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, we didn't know this brother. Like I said, man, we didn't know this brother for quite a long time, though, man. Quite a long time. Back when he was shorter than us, which he's not. I don't know how that exists. He's got a dad his dad is 4'9", 5.
Wow.
My dad is short as fuck. At least the last time I seen him.
Yeah, this man, you wildin'. You wildin', B.
Well, his dad is short. Hey, man, listen, his dad will whoop your ass, though. Don't talk too much shit about the good old Reverend, though. He's black belt. But yeah, man, he's not that tall. God bless him, and I love him, man. But yeah, man, that's our boy. He's gonna be on the show today, though, man. So you're ready for a good show, man. We're gonna have good laughs, good topics, but also good information that we're gonna go ahead and give out. And then obviously, our own opinions, and people agree with it, disagree with them, but it is what it is. So okay, man. Okay, all right. Fuck it. You know what? Actually, today, what I'm going to do is, because it flows right within it, we mix it up every once in a while. Chuck, you have a topic, I'm sure. So what do you want to talk about first before we go ahead and get into the grinding your gear segment? What do you want to talk about, brother?
I don't know if y'all, so I don't know if you saw it, but I posted it into the group chat about the that white teacher here in Baltimore who called the students niggers, and she called them niggas, and they were all going to end up dead.
Oh, that was actually in Baltimore.
Yeah, that was one of the schools in Baltimore. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I shared. So there's certain, and I need to get out of this, but I've kind of scaled back a little bit from stating my opinion on Facebook because for some reason people think that what I share. People think or have a perception of what I share on Facebook is not what I talk about in real life. Like somebody really asked me that. Like, really? No, I say the same shit offline. Like this is not
be you. No, don't be afraid to fucking be you, nigga. Don't scale back from being you because of somebody's opinion. That's gonna happen regardless, brother. Do you, man? But go ahead.
Imagine when this podcast pop off even more than it is already, and you think you got haters now, my nigga. You better say fuck it and keep it pushing.
I just got blocked by a bitch.
Right.
Oh, see. The problem is people don't like hearing the truth. People don't like hearing truth. Like, people don't like hearing shit that makes them uncomfortable. So when you start sharing shit like that, it's like, okay, well, damn, this is a really uncomfortable subject, but it needs to be talked about. So long story short, I just I shared the video on Facebook, and I said, well, this is the problem why white female teachers cannot teach young black boys. And I think the class was mostly boys. Like, that's like that just come from a common sense perspective, and that's the name of the show, The Common Sense Experience. It just doesn't make sense how you can expect a white female teacher to teach young black boys. Like, it just, like, you can tell she completely had no fucking idea what she was doing. And that's why she said what she said, because she felt that was the only way to get their attention.
She understand because she's fucked one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know, just because they like black dick don't mean they like black people or understand black people. It is what it is. Cheers to that.
But the challenge is that there's not enough, particularly young black male teachers available to teach in predominantly black areas. Like, when you ask kids if you ask young black boys what they want to be when they grow up, we hear some of the shit like engineer, I want to go to the NBA, the NFL, I want to be a doctor, but you don't hear a lot of them saying I want to be an educator. Like, I want to teach in the school. You don't hear that. That's because that shit is not appealing, right? You know, unfortunately, because we live in a capitalist society, they want the occupation that earns them or nets them the most money, which is definitely not fucking teaching.
I also feel though, Chuck, and I also feel that people want the job that can make them stunt the most.
That's true. Yeah. Right. Because you think about you out in the, say we all out in the club, right?
And, I'm being honest, man.
And we're on the club, and Shorty walks up to us. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a teacher. That shit don't sound sexy. The fuck, you a teacher?
Yeah. Now, what are you? I'm a venture capitalist.
I'm a venture capitalist. I'm a senior software engineer, tier 3, level 4, top security clearance. Yeah, man. So, so that was it, man. Just that, that whole scenario, man. And man, I'm not surprised at the video. I'm just saying, man, it points to a bigger issue that we're dealing with when it comes to educating young black boys and girls.
Well, I would first, I mean, I don't want to, because it is your question though, but I guess for the guest and then Pete, I would just want to ask, like, how do y'all feel? Because I mean, just to give a brief, description of how I feel. It's just like, first of all, I mean, nobody can teach your own better than you, and then I would go off the fact that it's like, God, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna get nailed to the cross for this stuff, but I don't give a shit, man. We can't be bringing unruly children that have mothers that shouldn't be parents into the schools and expect people to be able to teach them.
You gotta say that again. You gotta say that one more time for the people in the back. You gotta say that again for the people in the back.
We can't be expecting unruly children.
You gotta relax.
That are taught by mothers. And fathers though, but a lot of the mothers have they're the ones at home that shouldn't be parents to these teachers to go ahead and teach these unruly children. So I just want to hear your thoughts. So I guess how do you feel about the topic in which Chuck go ahead and broach?
I mean, you made a very good point. For one, you definitely gotta send your child to school when they're mature enough to be able to be educated outside of their parents, or even being disciplined outside of their parents, not necessarily physically, just to the point where they know that they got to sit still, study, listen, yada, yada, yada. But at the same time, you can't expect the same culture, entity, whatever you want to put it, that try to take away your history, to be able to teach you. My personal opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I respect that opinion though, because Pete. Go ahead, my bad, brother.
Nah, everybody, y'all just said some real shit, but I'm going to just start my answer off like this. I just want Mrs. Janikowski to understand that Mrs. Janikowski should be glad she wasn't teaching at Buffalo Traditional in 2002 and 2003. That's all I'm saying. Because, and the white teacher called it wasn't no best thrown at Mrs. Janikowski, and I don't even know if her name is Mrs. Janikowski, but she looked like a Mrs. Janikowski. It wasn't no best thrown at Mrs. Janikowski. One time I walked past. I'm in the hall chilling. I was supposed to be in class, but shit, you know how it be. I took the long way. I took the long way to the classroom. Listen, man, I'm walking past science class, and I see the science teacher get choked out by one of the basketball team's members. I'm like, yo, son, what happened? He said, yo, Mr. All he said was, Will, why don't you never want to participate, man? The dude just got up and murked him. So imagine that homie said, nigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, he better be glad. That's all I'm saying. Like, but y'all pretty much summed it up. We need to teach our own anyway. We're not getting a real education from Mrs. Janikowski anyway. They saying Mrs. Janikowski saying all black lives started at slavery. That's what Mrs. Janikowski is teaching them. You know what I'm saying? And
Mr. Janikowski.
That's what I.
Because I had somebody in my school in Catholic Central. I don't know Robert. I think his name was Peter Janikowski.
Oh shit. Yeah, well, see, there you go.
So it's like, they're mentioning Janikowski is hilarious to me, right?
Yo, man, but at the end of the day, that's y'all summed it up, man. They can't a black man at that can't be taught by a white woman teacher and like, the fuck am I trying to say? I got a brain fart, my bad. And arena like that, you can't be taught like they teach you bullshit. And the moms, we like Amir already alluded to. Yeah, I ain't gonna touch on that. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get hate mail later anyway. Big, Lil Peanut got an attitude, bro. Lil Peanut got to be suited.
Lil Pete doesn't have a fucking attitude. Lil motherfucking Lil Juice, whatever the fuck goofy name, Lil Dooders,
Lil Juice 6'7" in the 7th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. And it's not they have an attitude. It's the fact that he hasn't had his attitude going ahead and being placed into the right avenue. There's nothing wrong with having an attitude if you're doing theater. There's nothing wrong with having an attitude if you're doing debate. There's nothing wrong if you have a debate team. There's nothing wrong with having an attitude if you have a platform to go ahead and have those attitudes be placed in the right direction. My answer, like I said before. Right, so there is no platform. Right? So if you don't have a platform to go ahead and go to debate team or go to acting or go to a chorus or whatever, though, then you show out a science class in which this little nigga shouldn't be learning about igneous rock if this nigga should be the next Denzel.
Yeah. I
always said the rocks that affect our community are not igneous, metamorphic, or sedimentary. They're crack.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
And that's real. So what the fuck am I learning about this shit for real? If I'm not trying to get into science. Yeah. Why am I having 4 years of science? Well, we know why. Yeah. And that's why I agree with you, Chuck, though. So I don't mean to overtake your topic too much, though, but it's it enrages me, man, because I want to see I'm like, yo, fuck. At this point, shit, I don't give a shit about me to a degree. Not saying I don't give a shit about me at all, but it's like next generation. That's what I care about. Yeah. Because they're gonna be ones coming up, and they're gonna be the ones taking care of our old asses. I don't want no dumb motherfucker out here jamming to goddamn Little Yachty while he's fucking trying to give me medicine. You out of your mind? Is anybody trying to put fucking Xanax? Chop up Xanax in my goddamn IV. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Go ahead, check my bad.
Nah, but I'll end here, man. But the bigger issue is that because we don't own our children, if we take them out of the school system, we have authorities at the door, right? We got CPS knocking at the door, police knocking at the door. Well, how come your child ain't been in school? Right?
Chuck,
so it's.
Can you say that again for the people? We don't own our children. I don't think people really realize that we don't own our fucking children. We don't own them.
Yeah. That's why they can take it away. And that's why they can take it away. Just like if you late on your car payment, 3 or 4 months in your car payment, they come and take that shit away because you do not own it. We do not own our kids. And that's the unfortunate part. That's the very unfortunate part. And
that's for every race. This isn't a black thing.
No, this is every race.
We're always on black issues, which we're black, so we're black first. You know what I'm saying? Though, nobody says that. Nobody says that. You know what I'm saying? Though, are you talking to that attractive woman, black?
This is.
They say black woman.
It's definitely it's definitely systematic. It's definitely a system issue.
It's systematic and economical, bro. Like the motherfuckers want you to think it's a race issue, so they can keep the money so they can keep all the bread in the 1%. All this shit is a fucking pipeline, man. Instead of Miss Denikowski like telling me like, yo, I can't control Lil Peanut. Let me go talk to somebody to help Lil Peanut. She gonna call these motherfucking niggas. And what's gonna happen? Lil Peanut gonna turn into a thug. And then what Lil Peanut gonna do? End up in jail. And what the fuck going on in jail? They making jeans for Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this shit is a fucking pipeline, dog. So when we do take it, and the same for the poor little white Eminem motherfucker who ain't making rapping. You know what I mean? It's a pipeline for you too, dog. You hating on us, calling us niggas and shit, and you broker than us. Motherfucker, it's economic and systematic. Like, yo, all this shit is all about the bread at the end of the day, bruh. And as soon as people realize it, man, we can make a move and go and do what the fuck Fred Hampton wanted to do in the first place, man.
Yeah. America bleeds green, man. America bleeds green.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that topic up, Chuck, though, man. That's something that we're going to go ahead and definitely talk about even more. We talked about it before as far as the school to prison pipeline and other issues or whatever, though, that goes on or whatever, though. But we have to get back to teaching our own. We have to get back to teaching our own. We have to get back to that. But, Pete, we have to get into it. You know what I'm saying, though?
Damn it, man.
What the fuck is on your mind? What the fuck is grinding your gears, bro?
I got a 2-for-1 special today, goddammit. I got a 2-for-1 special. It's happy hour. We holding it down.
Yes, sir. I drink a little less.
Yeah, I mean a little less because it's been a hard week. I don't even like saying this motherfucking name, man. I swear I don't. I'm gonna just give him some shine today because he's a part of grinding the game, and I'm not saying his name like more than twice. DJ Vlad, you fucking Russian piece of shit. DJ Vlad, he's a culture vulture, ladies and gentlemen. I know y'all. Is that DJ Vladimir put it in my ass or pudding or? Yeah. I think that's what it is. Put it wherever you can put it at. You know what I mean? That's him. He does interviews and shit. He's a part of the hip hop community. Unfortunately, he's one of those that don't really appreciate the culture, but just sees the culture as financial gain. But I'm not even gonna get into all of that. I'm gonna just say he did a bullshit pussy ass move that only DJ Vlad can do, and that's twice. I'm not saying his name no more. He had the bitch that cried rape on Tupac Shakur, and the reason why Tupac
Aisha Jackson, I think is her name.
That
Aisha Jackson, right?
That bitch. Yeah, that bitch. That's definitely somebody thought bitch grandma. Somebody definitely on Instagram is her granddaughter trying to get popular. Yeah. But nah, man. She's the one that cried rape, made Tupac go to jail over some bullshit. And DJ Brad had to never bring this broad and interview her, man. And even talking in 2018, she's still stuttering. She still sounds stupid. Ain't making no sense. I just don't understand why you even get this bitch a platform, fam. Like, especially in today's climate. You know what I mean? In today's climate where they trying to put us against our sisters, niggas versus black women, men ain't shit. We gonna get into all of that rhetoric later. You gonna interview her now, bruh? And like this, I hate this dude because he gets so much airplay, so much shine. You know what I mean? And dude, he ain't got rappers like before. He done had motherfuckers inform, like he an informant pretty much. And you gonna get his boy a platform and a time and place where anything could get erupted right now. That just had me pissed off, man. And I don't know if your boy saw that. This got like a 2-part interview and shit, and it's just ridiculous. It made no sense. She sound retarded, but she sound like she's still stuck in '95 or whenever the year it happened. It's crazy. I hope she don't procreate. If she did already, God help us. Grinding gear number 2. So I know y'all peeped the Martin, the resurgence of Martin. Supposedly the show supposed to come back on. They supposed to reboot the Martin show. And there's a picture floating around, Gina and Pam, and they both like, and Martin in the middle, and Gina like kissing Martin on the cheek and shit. And that had my eyebrow raised, man. Y'all know me. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Did this bitch cry sexual assault back in like 90s? That's what fucking ended the show. You know what I'm saying? In the first place,
Bruh.
Like I felt if that didn't happen, the show could have lasted another 4 or 5 years. It could have had a Cosby run. I feel it could have had a Cosby run. But now maybe the bag is low. I don't know. Especially in this climate, we going back to this climate today. It's like, oh, we good now. We all right. So that has me like thinking like, yo, a lot of these situations and the shit that's going on, man, it's not healthy for us in the community, dog. Like you had people who cry this shit because they scared to get caught. They don't want the truth to shine the light. You know what I mean? Everybody knew Gina and Martin was smashing, dude. Like you can't tell me you ain't see that. You can't get that type of chemistry that you saw on the show from just through reading the script, reading the script. You know what I mean? Everybody knew about the. Huh?
I think you was fucking Pam too.
Probably, dude. But Pam was cool. She kept it G. She stayed, right? I'm not with the shit, man. But you know, it's like instead of being, they say instead of being a man, you want to do dumb shit and lie and blah blah blah. But like instead of saying a woman and like recognize the bullshit you caused or help create, because I ain't saying Martin is innocent either. Now I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it takes two. But I don't know, man. It's just ugly. The picture looked ugly to me, man. Did y'all see it? What was that?
Yeah. Actually, no. It's no. Actually, when you post it, like and when you saying it now, it makes sense. But when I'm looking at it, I'm like, and I should have put this in the chat. I'm like, I didn't know that was. I don't know. I must have been doing this chat because I didn't know that was Pam and Gina from the Martin show that was kissing them. Because I was like, why did he post that? I know it's for a reason, but now that you're saying that, it makes sense. Like, why that would raise eyebrows, especially in the culture and what's going on today with this whole women's movement and sexual harassment shit. So that's very interesting, man. That's definitely a good catch, bro. Like that's the shit we gotta bring to the forefront.
Insignificant.
Yeah.
And she's coming back to Martin because Martin can give her certain status.
Yeah. That's
what it is. I forgot, it was somebody that said it though. It was like, I forgot who said it though. It might have been Pete. I think you mentioned it, that they were actually in a relationship. And it always felt like they were always very comfortable. So when I found out, even at that age, about sexual harassment, it was like, boy, they seem very comfortable. And then I didn't know during the show that she was fucking Dwayne Martin until after. I didn't know. And so I was like, all right, oh boy. But it was like, all right. But it always felt like this. You know what I'm saying? Martin was doing his thing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Martin was doing his thing. So it was just like, you know what I mean? It's like the fact that she's doing this right now, I feel like there was a conversation, like we was both young, we was in our feelings, and it's moving on. But you kind of discredited his name. I need you to, if I'm Martin, I'm like, yo, I need you to go out and say what's going on.
Yeah.
Before we do this show. That's just how I feel. Yeah. You just read it in my name to a degree, even though I still got work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I still did my thing, and I even became even a bigger star after that, you know what I'm saying, though, with Bad Boys and Big Mamas. Like, yo, just I need you to say that, you know what I'm saying, though, you was in your feelings, though, you was trying to go ahead and play both worlds. Because what? You're back? Why are you back? You're back because you're 50. You're back because you're 50. That's why you back. Let's be honest. That's why you back. You thought you were going to be a big star. Probably. I don't need Martin. I already got Martin. I can move on. Nothing happened. Irrelevant.
Yo, this is a little deep. I ain't hearing.
You hear me now?
I mean, you do?
Yeah, he was going in. Yeah, he's going out.
Like
you only relevant because of who you are.
Right.
Now on the show, not because of who you are beyond the show. What else do you know Tisha Campbell from? For real.
Booty Club.
I mean, you can name some movies though, but what else? What else? What was the shit with the twins?
Yeah, Martin was her platform.
Nigga,
that was her.
Exactly.
Yeah, Martin.
What was
Martin was her platform. Yeah, I can't even think of any other shit she was.
Just real quick, right? Just to get a little deeper. You know what I mean? Amir, you gonna fuck with this. I need y'all to go look up Martin Lawrence's interview with Arsenio Hall. This is like early in the career. Like he spoke some real shit about Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of delved deep. He went on some prodigy shit and spoke the truth. And kind of ever since that interview, that's when like the whole going crazy, running with the gun in the suit in Hollywood, like he was like high off whatever. They basically Dave Chappelle the man before Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
And it's like it was kind of the perfect storm. Like when all that shit was going on, here comes. Well, you know, she started fucking with Dwayne Martin, you know, got married to Dwayne White and whatever. But here comes the sexual allegations. Here comes all the Martin crazy. He bugging. He doing this on set, this, that, and the third. I'm not saying Martin is like 100% guilty, but it's just funny how, like, after that interview, all this shit happened, and then, you know, instead of, like, you know, being funky about it, probably could have helped the man clear his name a little bit, hear the shit that you pull, because you got another dude you fucking with above the rim homie now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of whack. Because if the world's on reverse, you know what I mean? Man, like, I'm not trying to start going women men beef, but it's like, recognize what the fuck is going on and the agenda that they trying to do pull and use our, you know, women for it anyway. Not saying, you know, shit do got to change within our rhetoric and whatever the case may be, but the shit works both ways. You know what I mean? But keep that interview that he had with Arsenio Hall, and y'all see what I'm talking about. He's spitting some real shit, man. Brian, my gears.
Well, Rob, I don't know if you had any commentary on it, Rob, about the whole what people was talking about. You know, I ain't gonna mess with that shit.
Don't mess with it.
Listen, man, got a reputation to maintain, man. It is what it is, man. Common sense.
You
gotta say what you gotta say, man. You gotta say it, man.
Oh no! I will not.
You know what? I'm gonna let you rest though, because these topics that's going down today, there's no hiding and running from these topics today. You know, it is what it is. I'm gonna start off with goddamn, Amanda Seals interview on the Breakfast Club. Jesus Christ. All right. God bless the show Insecure. I know women are feeling everything is Issa right now. And God bless her. I love the chick Issa Rae. She's amazing, an amazing writer, though, so I'm gonna give respect though. But Jesus Christ, Amanda Seales was on the Breakfast Club, and she said that men love pussy, but they hate women. Okay.
That's how
And
she started it too.
right. And Charlamagne sort of, with his Charlamagne. I'll get into that another time though. But Charlamagne.
Yeah, but she knew what she was doing. Don't let me start. Go ahead, man. He did clean it up a little bit by saying something, but she knew what the fuck she was doing.
Right. All right. So I'm gonna ask y'all, do y'all agree with this? I'm gonna ask y'all why or why not. And then since y'all all watched the interview, as I have as well, why y'all agree with this? Why or why not? And what else about the interview do you disagree with or agree with? I guess I'll start with our guest. Go ahead, brother. Rabin.
Oh, damn. All right.
Yeah. That's how we do, baby.
Okay. In all fairness, she did say some. She didn't say all. She said some.
No.
So,
at first. Not at first.
True. So, one, I want to start off with, I don't know how many listeners y'all have or what your demographic is, but I just want to, since this is my first time on the show, I want to kind of describe how I talk about things. So when I say men, women, children, blacks, whites, I'm talking about the norm, not the exception. There's always the norm in society and there's the exception. I'm not talking about the exception. That's the few. I'm talking about the norm, the majority. So, with that being said, do I feel like men love pussy but dislike women? To a certain extent, yes, I do believe that. And it's because I personally feel like women don't take the same amount of time to understand men as men take the amount of time to understand women. So, in my opinion, women, okay, let me be straightforward with it. To me, women are very hypocritical. And I say that.
There we go. Right.
Thank you, man.
I want to make sure that you follow it.
He was trying to say it properly, y'all.
Rob
was trying to say that shit properly. He was trying to say properly as shit.
Hey, y'all call me PG-13, my nigga, please.
Yeah, nah, fuck that, man. There's no filter. There's no filter.
This is why I said that, because
this our shit, Rob. This our shit. We say we want.
This is why I said that. Here's a small example. And I know this is going to ruffle some feathers of y'all listeners, like I said, but this is just an example, okay? The first thing I could think of, okay, we still live in a society where, and not we just still live in a society like I don't believe in it, but we in a society where there's a women preach against and society preach against, men shouldn't put their hands on women, and you know what I mean, so on and so forth, which is true. Like, no, man, we are the dominant as far as physicality, the dominant species. So no, you shouldn't put your hands on women. But with that said, women on one hand cry about men shouldn't put their hands on women and the physicality difference, but at the same time they cry about not having combat roles in the military. So it's like, how on one hand are you going to say that no man should ever put his hands on a woman, but you're crying about being in a position where that's exactly what's going to happen if you ever do the job that you're hired to do? And I feel like that's a snapshot of how women are in general. They, like I said, me and Amir, when me and you were walking to the store earlier today, I made a statement, and I wholeheartedly believe that's true. Women don't necessarily want a point to be made or want to change stuff. They just want to be right when it's convenient to be right. So in that situation, or taking it back to what she said, I think part of the reason why men might dislike women is because, one, I don't feel like women take the time to learn men like we take the time to learn women. And two, everything is always about them. They try to shape the world to fit their agenda whenever it's inconvenient. And they can't stand on one agenda. So it's like, if one, you're always trying to make it about you, and two, you're always changing it to whatever mood you're in at that point, then of course we're going to grow frustrated because you're not standing on nothing. You're not being consistent with nothing. It's like, okay, I'm about this at this moment. I'm about this at this moment. And when I feel like I need to change my attitude, when I feel like I need to change my directive, my point, my motive, whatever the case may be, I'm gonna change it to fit my agenda. So of course we're not gonna like you at that point.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Rob. Thank you. I got next if y'all don't mind, because he threw me an assist. So Chris Paul, I'm about to James Harden and shit for a little bit if y'all don't mind.
Shout out to the Rockets, baby.
They play the Cavs tonight at 8:30 too. By the way, that's we see.
I'm stuck in the quandary right there.
Yo, man,
go Rockets. Go Rockets.
And Rob, yo, you spit some real shit, dude. Like, I feel you. It's the hypocritical thing that gets me. You know, because even with the whole men like pussy but hate women, it's like, okay, a shorty be quick to call up I need a nut. They do the same shit but hate niggas. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like that's the thing. It's like when I hear that, it's like, okay, y'all do too. Well, so what are we talking about? Where are we trying to go in the conversation? You know what I mean? And I don't get it twisted. Like, there's some fucking dog ass niggas out like that aren't human. Like, I get that. But at the end of the day, folks like Amanda says, it's like, what are you trying to pursue here? Are you trying to stay separated? Are you trying to have us come together and have a real conversation? Because even with the Charlamagne, you told me 10 years ago I want to have a man, because what is like, do you have one now? you are like on some nigga. I wanted a pitch. It's like even she said some shit about Russell Simmons. Like, yo, I did ask. He asked, have we ever fucked? It's like, okay, Amanda. Word, that was some asshole shit to say, but everybody knows Russell's an asshole. It's like, it's a real women out here. Hold
on. I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you off from your point, but here's my thing. Is that really an asshole thing to say?
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I was trying to keep it a little PG-13. No, it ain't. Okay. I need that. No, it's not. But it's like, okay, did you use that just to bring attention to some light to your shit? Because it's like women out here that really going through some shit, that really got sexual abuse and shit, that's really going through shit. What you got was a jerkish comment like this that was like funny as shit. Like, did we like? That's what you got. That's nothing compared to what like some women actually been through. So what the fuck are you trying to talk about? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of conversation are you trying to have, yo? That's the shit I don't get. All this feminist shit, that ain't nothing just to be like, yo, to keep motherfuckers separated. That's all. It ain't nothing. That's the same. Every ism, racism, classism, feminism, like all this shit, all these isms ain't cool. It ain't helping with the conversation. You know what I mean? So what are you trying to do, man? They're like, you prompt insecure, you do your thing, you look good, man. And back in the day, you was Amanda Diva. You know what I mean? You was on your DJ shit, you was on your hip hop shit. Then they talking about I can write a book about your favorite rappers are lame. So what are you talking about? You know what I mean? So like, you have been in the industry for a minute, ma, and you ain't never, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. That's the shit that's corny to me. And if I come off like an asshole, my bad. Like, I got my mom. I came out my mama. My mama raised me. I love my wife, my sister. Like, but don't. I don't know what the fuck you trying to do. It just seems like you trying to keep us separated. You know what I mean?
You saying your mom and your sister, they call out corny.
Yeah, absolutely. They absolutely call out corny shit.
Definitely your mom call out corny bitches.
Yeah. But no, it's just like, even though she said some men, you know what I mean? That whole line, love pussy, but hate women. Why say hate? That ain't the case. Yeah, sometimes you just want a nut. You see shorty for the night, she's trying to get it in. 8 times out of 10, she's trying to get the same shit popping too. It ain't no difference. So it's like when you say shit like that, it's like, yeah, okay, y'all do this shit too. And y'all got steps to it. Y'all got movies about it. Y'all got songs about it. You know what I mean? Y'all wrote books about it. They got doing pretty better than we do. I mean, props to you.
Yeah, she talked about getting head and fucking leaving a nigga without getting some pussy. Did she not?
Come on, cuz. What is that? What is that? Come on.
Yeah, she definitely
Hey,
contradicted herself.
I done heard that story plenty of times too, man. Shout out 716. I done heard that too. I done seen it done. What's the difference?
Yeah, she definitely. Damn,
And
y'all
she
boys,
mentioned
yeah.
pity pussy. Now, we 4 brothers on the phone. How many of us have gave away some pity dick?
Man, listen. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I come over.
Don't worry.
When I give away my dick, it's never for pity. It's because I want the fucking I want the fucking some pussy. I just feel sorry for the bitch.
Pity pussy called on a good night. Pity pussy called on a good night because
the whole idea that I'm gonna get this nigga some pussy because I feel some type of way. Like, that's already some self-righteous shit right there.
Yeah, that's true.
She want to sell a book. Let's be honest, goddamn.
Yeah, man. There you go.
She want to sell a book.
There you
goddamn, she's dipping slowly into irrelevancy. She's in her 30s. God bless her.
She might be in her 40s, man. She's been out for a minute. She was on real.
No, she might be in her late 30s.
Okay.
Yeah, you know she plugged her podcast.
Okay, that's 40 to me. Chuck, what are your thoughts, brother?
All right, man. So so there's 2 points or 2 things I want to mention. So, and it's gonna tie in when I start the story off, like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? But it's gonna tie in. So I told y'all boys before we started recording that I finished Stranger Things yesterday. So at one of the scenes, it's a black family, only black family in the show, but I'll say that for another show. But they're at the table. It's the husband, the wife, and then the daughter. And the daughter asks the father, "What do you do when you and mommy have a disagreement?" And he goes, I think he says like I just listen to what she's saying. I give her empathy, and then that was it. And then her follow-up question was, "Well, what do you do when mommy's wrong?" He says, "Mommy is never wrong." The mother turns to her daughter and says, "That's right." And then she turns to her husband and said, "That was a good answer. You're right. I'm never wrong." I say that to say,
even though you're wrong 75% of the time, you goofy.
Well, I say that because there's a guy that I'm in a group with, and he says accountability is not a feminine aspect. Accountability is a
nigga.
Oh my God.
He said that accountability is a masculine trait. It's not a feminine trait. So for us to even
neither is thinking.
Yeah, that's true. Well, women are naturally more emotional than men. So, but when he said that, that shit clicked because of all my dealing with women and whatnot, in my personal relationship, even on the job. It's like they don't take responsibility for shit. They don't. And of course, again, this is general. This is like, Rob said earlier, this is a general statement. But for the most part, like if that comes up, it's like, all right, well, this is just her acting in her feminine. That's just the way the dice were rolled. I'm sorry. I we can't, we can't expect to get blood from a turnip. I'm just,
yo, man, tell me having some old school lines on the low, man. Like, you having some bars, Chuck. Tell me having some bars, yo.
That was awesome. That was awesome, Chuck.
I'm just saying, and it's like we don't get mad that we can't get blood from it. We just know that, hey, this turnip is not going to give me any blood. So that's just the way that's the setup. So it's, as men, it's like, all right, well, how do we make that adjustment, right? We're dealing with a woman who's not taking accountability. How do we make that adjustment? And Amanda Seals, that shit was all through her interview. Like y'all mentioned earlier, she contradicted herself, right? Like y'all said it into the podcast, she's talking about getting head and this pity pussy and a pity head with all this other shit. Like, yo, you're just saying the same shit that you tried to bash men are doing. What the fuck
that
are
bitch
you
wants
talking
to be
about?
That bitch wants to be Queen Latifah, Little Kim, and Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
No, I ain't worked the way you cunt.
Yeah, so
you gotta keep it real. Yeah. Oh, we're called dickhead. We're called all types of names, and we gotta accept it. She was being a cunt. You know, she's very intelligent. Rob says she's very intelligent, though. But you know what I'm saying, though. But
she's definitely an opportunist. We know that for 100%.
Not only very intelligent, she's very eloquent
and manipulative.
Like she said, she studied linguistics, so she knows how to put words together.
Yeah, so she knew what she was doing. Yeah, she definitely knew what she was doing when she said the shit that she said. That's why Charlamagne had to check her. He's like, well, some.
And when she's trying to get a job, she obviously knows how to put lips together. Look, I'm just saying, it is what it is, man. I'm just
oh my God.
Yeah, I love it. Shout out to Amanda Diva for being a diva.
I'm gonna say this really quick.
Shout out.
Right.
I'm gonna say this really quick, Amir, and I'll let you hop in there. And this is my opinion. I could be wrong, probably am. But when she brought the Russell Simmons issue, and he asked her, "Did we ever fuck?" After Charlamagne asked her what was her response, she paused. Typically, when you're speaking from truth, like that shit just comes right out, right? Like there's a brief pause, like to where, to give a perfect example, I was at work the other day, and I had just finished one of my coaching sessions, and my director was walking by, and he was like, "Chuck, what are you getting ready to do?" I wasn't getting ready to do shit. I was going to chill out for the rest of for a few hours. So I had to make up some shit. And I paused for like 4 or 5 seconds to come up with a lie in my head. That's what I feel she did during the fucking interview. Like there was a brief pause before she answered Charlamagne the guy. So I don't know. I think she did fuck Russell. I don't know.
That's what most women do. You're like, yo, why are you asking this question? I don't know. I'm asking the question. And then they finally answer, though, because they're trying to give time to...
Yeah, but she's smart, so you know she's not going to give that type of response, like that emotional response, like Rob said. She's like, she's very intelligent. Yeah. So she knows how to respond to questions, and she's like, okay, well, this is the best answer I want to give to you. Like that shit sounds. I doubt that's how it went.
Yeah,
but I could be wrong. Who knows? You know?
No, it's just that she's dipping into irrelevancy, and she's trying to sell this book. That she has coming out about rappers, obviously, because she kept wanting to fucking let out rappers for some reason.
But that's public knowledge.
Probably the rappers that fucked her and didn't want to actually be with her. She was trying to sell that book so many times, and she was kept trying to say stuff, but I'm not going to say a name, but I'm going to... All right, Amanda. All right, Chief.
Yeah.
All right, we got you, Chief. It's like, listen... For the scumbags and the dirtbags, I don't stick up for them. But you know, when you just feel like you just trying, it's obvious to the smart motherfuckers. You might be able to game somebody, you know, that isn't equipped to understand this shit though. But it is what it is though. But speaking of women that want to bullshit people, Leslie Jones.
Yo, man,
got to, man. We got to, Pete, man. She's adding
Leslie
to this.
Jones, Grace Jones' daughter, Leslie Jones. She recently.
When we go to stock markets. Please stop. Boomerang.
Watch that movie Boomerang. I know you millennials won't, but Leslie Jones has come out and basically said that she feels like she's gonna die alone. She's been trying to get guys or whatever though, and it hasn't been working out for her. And somebody posted that, isn't that though? Is that you trying to go ahead and you're trying to get guys that you know what I'm saying, that don't want you or whatever though, and that is the problem more or less, and you're trying to blame them for not wanting you and have a pity party thrown out. So I put up based off of that though, and Chuck, you God bless you for going ahead and actually putting up that some women accept the fact that they're not as attractive as others. And what made me get to this is that generally men are supposed to accept they're ugly and use other ways to attract beautiful women: the charm, the humor, the money, the status, and so on and so forth. And even boldly told to date within their lane of looks. So the question then becomes, why is it chauvinistic or rude to say the same thing about it? Is that fair or foul? Chuck, you came with the question, so I'm going to start with Chuck, and I'm going to go to Pete, and Rob, you answer after that one. Go ahead, Chuck.
All right, what was the question again? You kind of faded out a bit.
Well, generally men are supposed to accept they are ugly and use other ways to attract beautiful women. The charm, the humor, the money, their status, etc. Or even boldly told to date within their lane of looks, so to speak. So the question then becomes, then why is it chauvinistic or rude to say the same thing about a woman? Is that fair or foul?
So it's definitely foul.
It's foul. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Because
I don't think Pete agrees.
wait. So, all right, no. So it's not. All right. So it's foul that there's this imbalance in the duality between men having that perspective and women having that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
okay.
enough,
So
fair enough.
yeah. So so what I'm saying is that it's not fair that this is being said about men, but not being said about women. So that's what what I mean. Yeah. So with the whole Leslie Jones situation, and women who are like her in general, whether you have money or not.
Like her in general.
Leslie Jones is not the most physically attractive woman, in my opinion. She's not. Probably got a bomb-ass personality.
Can you say ugly?
Probably. Can you say
ugly? Right to say, we can call Philip Flame ugly. Can you say ugly?
Oh, he has that's a good point. Like, there's a lot of cats that do say no, Philip Flame is ugly as shit. But when it comes to women, we don't hear we hear unattractive. Like that's the term that I hear used a lot. We don't say ugly, which is the same. Unattractive, ugly. I don't know if that falls in the same category.
No, it's not. If a bitch tell me I'm unattractive, cool. I may not be your type. If I'm ugly, it got me called without the fucking without the ly. They had an H. You goofy, you fucked up bitch. But shit, I gotta accept it. If I say something, I'm a wimp. I'm not able to accept it. Just move on. Fuck that bitch. But know what I mean? Yeah. So fuck that. Fuck unattractive. If you say unattractive bitch, she's ugly to you. She's ugly.
So to me, Leslie Jones is ugly. However,
only has to be there.
No, but however, she probably has a great. And that's crazy, right? I'm justifying the fact that I'm calling her ugly. Like, I don't have my preferences. Like, males, we're supposed to find every woman attractive. Like, it's crazy that I have to justify the fact that I'm calling her ugly. But she probably has a great personality. She probably has a great ass personality, right? So,
she probably has a master's degree in fucking biochemistry.
I'm sure there's some dudes out there, some cats out there who find her attractive as fuck.
Exactly. All right, fair enough.
There's some dudes out there that find her attractive as fuck. The issue or challenge is that she probably has this perception in her mind that because she's Leslie Jones and got all this bunch of money, that she can get whoever the fuck she want to get, and she's probably reaching for a top shelf that she can't grab. I'm just saying. Like, I'm just.
Who got buyers? We're ready for buyers. Who got buyers?
I'm just saying. I actually had a little bit of drink before I started, so that could be a reason why. But
fair enough, Chuck.
but yeah, I don't know, man. And for her to make a statement like, especially during the time right now, with this whole women's movement and the sensitive issues coming around women, for her to come out and actually say that, it's like it's hurting a lot of shit. It's making women look bad and making men look bad, right? And I haven't researched to see if that was actually. When I posted that picture, that was based. I just read the title of the article, so I don't know if that was I didn't verify the fact.
She have said those things publicly.
Oh, she had okay.
Her looks. She is very sensitive about her looks.
Yeah, but that's some shit that she has to work out within herself. Like she's reaching to trying to reach somebody else who can try to fulfill what she thinks she's missing within herself.
Hey, 1 second. Can somebody clarify for me? Because I think I'm like new to this topic or this what's going on. What did she say?
So basically, Leslie Jones said that she's going to die alone because she can't find a man. To sum it up, that's what she said. She said she can't find a man. She's gonna die alone.
It was a selfie. It was a selfie of her in the gym working out and shit. And she's like, "What's the point of real talk." And then she wrote like, "What's the point of doing all of this? I mean, I know it'd be healthy, but if the right person that you want, if the person that you want ain't recognizing, what's the point? I feel like I'm gonna just die alone. Sorry, it was heavy today."
Oh shit! Welcome to manhood, bitch.
Yo, man. Facts.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Man. So that's just my 2 cents on it, man. She's trying to paint this picture that she can't. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what type of woman you are. There's some nigga that will fuck you. Regardless of,
but let's be honest, everybody. There were a lot of handsome dudes that want to fuck her mother, Grace. That is her mother, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Pete. My bad, man.
My bad, Pat. My bad. Go ahead. Finish your thoughts, sir.
But yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just get mad upset when women say those blank. Like there is some nigga who will. Some niggas don't have any cut cards when it comes to women. They can have stank pussy, one titty, half an ass cheek. They fucking you regardless because you got a pussy. That shit can stink. You can smell that shit from a mile away. There's some nasty savage nigga that's gonna fuck you. I doubt Lady Jones has those issues.
Savage nigga.
But what I'm saying, like for her to make that statement, it's like
No, you're right.
There's no truth in it. Like that's not even true. I'm saying if somebody want to get you just for the bread, and I don't say this is bad, but if somebody want to get you just for the bread alone, like you can pull niggas. You just, like I said earlier, you reaching for a shelf that's a little higher than where you can reach.
Yo, y'all know the rapper Fred the Godson?
Who?
Fred the Godson?
Yeah, I heard Fred the Godson.
Yeah. Y'all know what he looks like? Y'all seen the picture of this nigga?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, okay, D. Ross, you know what I'm talking about. There's more niggas that will fuck Leslie Jones before a broad will fuck with Fred the Godson. Am I lying, Rock?
Absolutely.
Flavor
Flav is historically ugly. Like,
right.
He said historically.
I'm just saying, it's just like, what I'm saying is, like Chuck alluded to, niggas smash anything. Anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything. But listen.
Go ahead, love it.
Yeah, she want all of this, blah. Some niggas will fake it because they don't want to work or do none of that shit. And that shit, like, I know we're in social networks and the new age and everything, man, but you was like working out. It was a selfie, and then you put up a quote, like a deep thought. Like that's what niggas do today. That's what motherfuckers do. They'll put up a selfie with a deep quote thought. It just so happened the deep quote shit was some sad shit. But it's just like, is it for real or is it like, yo, it ain't popping right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, I love us for real. I just want to do it a different way than Monique did. Let me get some attention real quick. Cause you wasn't feeling this way during the Ghostbusters premiere. It wasn't coming. You know what I mean? I hate to sound harsh and shit, but you was out here. You was popping. You had, the Grammy. You was out here doing your thing, going on dates and shit, selfies and shit. So it's just like, who can you think of? I mean, if fucking Crooked Eye, if somebody wrote that shit, they'd have been like, yo, what the fuck happened to Crook? Fuck, he going sauce, nigga? What's wrong with this nigga? He tripping.
Right.
Crook bugging.
Right.
What the fuck wrong with Crook, man? Get back to the bars, Crook. Fuck this shit. Now, so it goes back to the rhetoric, like what type of conversation are we having, man? What are we doing? Cause now it's Megan Good. They hit it with a whole quote in the Bible verse that said, "Baby, you gonna be alright." Megan fucking Good. It's like, word, Megan. I don't think she needs that from you, Megan. Yeah. Of all people, though, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, because Megan Good can relate.
Right. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here, Megan?
She has
So
Because she has challenges pulling niggas.
it's all
Right.
perspective, man, and like what the fuck going on. You know?
She need to go to Oprah and ask Oprah how she pulls Stedman. Well, get this paper, baby. Shit, you can get all the butter rolls you want. You can have high cholesterol you want, baby, as long as you got this money, baby. Maybe I'm an asshole. I don't fucking know, but y'all both answered that beautifully though. But Rob, what's your response?
Basically, my thought on that is two things. One, welcome to being a man, and two,
say it again one more time, Rob. Tell to the public, please.
I'm just saying, welcome to being a man. Like, even if you're considered an attractive man, you know how hard it is to pull a woman? So, not because you can't have... Okay, so, hold on. Before I even finish, let me put that. One ties into two. So, number two is, I think that she has a jealousy with other women because she's probably in the industry. She probably, has friends and stuff. And she sees how certain women who, even in her mind, she might be like, well, this bitch ain't that attractive either. But she's pulling dudes because of a combination of, I don't know, whatever her sexuality is, body, her status, so on and so forth. And she feels like she should be able to compete on that level. And it's like, well, one, you're mad about that. Now, you're not mad. I mean, it ain't our fault. You're mad because you're comparing yourself. And then two, like I said, welcome to manhood. Even if you take the most attractive dude, you know how hard it is for a man and all the shit we got to go through just to pull a woman, and you mad because you can't pull a guy? Like, shit, you ain't getting no sympathy over here.
Leslie Jones, I'm going to say this, man. Leslie Jones, if you can play a game of 21 with a group of dudes and average 20 rebounds,
oh, damn, bruh.
It's gonna be tough out here in the world unless you look like Candace Parker. Listen, we got to deal with ugly shit, and I'm 5'9", dark skin. Listen, I'm just telling you, Leslie, you're gonna have to get up on your skills. You gotta learn to cook a pot of greens. Because I'm pretty sure, fuck that, she's a comedian, so she's funny, obviously, to a degree. And I'm pretty sure she's ribbed on motherfucking people in her life based off of whether her dick size or whether they were tall enough, you know what I'm saying, or whether they were this enough or whatever, though. It's just that she ribbed on them and I realized she did them. To a degree. Not to show the Breakfast Club, but you belong in the Breakfast Club. The 1980s joint. You know what I mean? You're a bit of a Goonie. That's cool. Nothing wrong with being a black Goonie. You know what I mean? Pretty sure they remade the Goonies, they all be black. So, you good. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with being the dude in the basement got mad love. I'm just saying, look. She's a comedian, so she can't take a rib? Is this where we're at? We're comedians? I'm pretty sure she made mad jokes. Look, I'm gonna look up Leslie Jones, comedian. She's doing a stand-up comedy and see who she's joked upon. Like, come on, man, it is what it is. Like, who's the bitch? Odell or something like that. These bitches, it's what it is. They just old, nasty, and they giving up that pussy. As long as you got a pussy, you all right, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Trust me, it's a lot tougher out here as far as the sex game with dick than it is pussy. You all good, baby. Because you got motherfucking dudes out here right now that want to have a pussy. They faggot asses. So I don't want to get into that, but I'm just saying. Dudes do bad shit, man. It's a lot easier with a vagina than it is a dick. You can get people to fuck you. You want people to be with you? You gotta have other attributes. Same ways we do as men. Like Rob said, man. Welcome to being a man. It is what it is. Speaking of shit that we gotta deal with, to be woke at the workplace, man. To be woke. Hashtag woke at the workplace is a difficult thing. And we often have to resort to it. Sometimes, you might see your manager or whatever, though. Hey, what's going on or whatever, though. And this manager's a piece of shit, or you got to fucking say hi to somebody who is that's the manager likes. You actually have to say hi to them because not saying hi to them, they're gonna go back to the manager and tell that something that you did or whatever. Though I've seen them come 15 seconds off of their lunch break. Some bullshit. You got to deal with the politics at work, and it is what it is, though. But the question, and what brought me to this question was, Pete, you alluded to it about the brother Shannon Sharp and the LeVar Ball situation, and I'm pretty sure you're going to touch on that, though. But just to kind of get y'all how y'all feel about it, when is too much? When is it too much that you going ahead and doing what I call conscious cooning? You know what I'm saying? You're conscious, though, but you have to coon at work. And is it even something that has to be necessary in 2018? Pete, I guess I'll start with you, Rob, and then I'll end with Chuck. So what are your thoughts, Pete?
I think it just gets to when, it's, disrespectful, man, I guess. Maybe that's my opinion. I mean, niggas, everybody at work, truth, we all can't be ourselves at work. We get that. Niggas got to stay low, keep it moving, do your job, keep it pushing, man, stay out the way. Can't do certain shit, to get away like the white folks get away with. You know what I mean? But, when it's, disrespectful, talking about him being a father and shit with his sons and, you attacking how he raising his kids and everything like that, and it's come on, man. That's, to me, that's corny. I mean, you could make a point about him being brash, about him being a jerk and all of that, about him doing too much. You could make a point without disrespecting him as a father, as a man. You know what I mean? You could do that shit. But to call him out, he the million fathers and shit, that was whack. I'm that's weak, man. That hurt. I'm Shannon, to me, I'm come on, because I'm a father. You know what I mean? I don't see nothing. He's bad. He's loud as fuck. He speaks for Lonzo. Lonzo speaks for himself. Let him, it's certain shit that you be come on, man, you got to chill. But him raising his kids, this motherfucker, outside of that China shit, he ain't raising no thugs. They don't drink. They don't do drugs. They don't do none of that shit. All of that shit, you tell us, that's what black people need to do, blah, blah, blah. And he's doing it, and y'all don't know what to say. And he's smart. He's trying to build his own brand. Fuck Nike. Fuck Adidas when I can get my own. And he crazy. He bugging. That's come on, Shannon, man. That was weak. So, to me, it just come when you disrespected a man in any type of way, shape, or form. That's corny to me. That's when it's all right. Is it worth that for real? He could have went any other route. You know what I mean? I'm not no professional journalist or a speaker or whatever. He on the show. You know what I mean? But it's yo, bruh, you could have went anywhere else and you want to attack his fatherhood. That was whack to me. So if it attack anything outside of the manhood, cool. But it's come on, bro, that was whack. When it gets disrespectful, that was a long-winded answer, but.
No. I do agree with that. I didn't to a degree because I understand what LeVar Ball. I always say that I respect. I always love what LeVar Ball is doing. I just don't know if he's the person that should be doing it. But you know what I'm saying? But Rob, kind of what are your thoughts though, brother, on the issue?
Actually, a couple on this one.
Okay.
So, all right. Specific to LeVar Ball, I absolutely no homo love LeVar Ball. Everything he says.
Nothing wrong with
everything.
And
my issue with how he's treated is everybody who has a problem with him seems to have a problem with him based off of one thing, his opinion. And the fact that he's willing to vocalize his opinion as brash as he is. Well, I'm sorry. If I'm not mistaken, everything on TV nowadays, from news to, everything that's somewhat some type of news or reporting, let me say that, outside of an actual TV show that's a drama or sports or whatever, everything that's considered some kind of news or journalism isn't news or journalism anymore. It's somebody's opinion. It's 10 seconds of news. Hey, this is what happens. And it's 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 2 hours of a whole bunch of people, a panel, talking about their opinion of it. So how are we living in a society where everybody on media is enforcing their opinion, but they got a problem with this man enforcing his opinion? I have a problem with that, a deep problem with that. And I feel like, I hope the average person, especially the average black person, and even more especially the average black male, can see what they're trying to do, because that's fucked up. Like Peter addressed already. The man was a black man who raised 3 good kids, and outside of the fact that the one incident we know of, they in school or went to school, one's in the NBA, they're great basketball players, they're respectful, they're not on TV all talking all reckless, they're not like in and out, we don't hear them having drug problems, we don't hear them having bar fights, or we're not hearing them, they from California, we don't hear them necessarily having gang associations, all that stuff. So your problem with this man is the fact that he's bold and brash, the fact that he's bucking the system, and the fact that he's expressing his opinion. That's bullshit, because that's the exact society we live in. So that's one of my issues. The other issue, going overarching to your overarching question of when is cooning too much at work. Cooning is too much at work when you're doing exactly that, when you're cooning at work. There's a difference between being a respectful person and or being, I guess how I would say it, a legitimate employee versus cooning. So once you're entering that realm where you're acting out of your character, you're suppressing your true feelings and opinions, you're suppressing how you would normally address a situation outside of work, then there's no place for that. Except for, and I don't want to sound like, I mean, obviously you shouldn't be at work cussing up a storm, cussing people out, fighting people, but at the same time, at work, not even just at work, at church, at the grocery store, on your block, at no point should you allow anybody feel like they can manipulate you any way they want because they're paying you or because they're providing something for you. So I feel like once you get to the point where you're quote-unquote cooning, which in my definition is you're acting a certain way or speaking a certain way or doing things a certain way just because that person is providing for you, there's never a place for that. And I feel like that's one of many things that's holding us back. Once we can get out of that place where we're stopped being scared of somebody taking our paycheck away, like, oh, I can't say that or I can't do this because I ain't gonna have no job and I ain't gonna be able to. Fuck that. There's all, like they said before, the power is always in the people. So when the people come together and realize, look, I'm not going to let you control me by feeling like you could take away my paycheck or something, or us, not just me, because when it's me, you can do that. And if I even try to stand up, it's not going to make a difference. But if it's a group of us who feel the same collectively, and we all saying, like, you're not going to control us because you're giving us a paycheck, that's a whole different story because you're not you can't operate a business without all of them. So that's my other standpoint with it.
I agree with that. I do agree with this point for sure.
Yeah, so I was gonna so Rob, I agree with just everything you said. You know, about 95% of it. The idea, the philosophy is definitely there. Like that's the ideal way it should be. Like we should be able to be authentic, who we are when we're at work, grocery store, church, wherever. We should have that space to be authentic and not worry about what somebody else is going to do or say to us. With that being said, is that because we're all in that situation right now, right? We're hip to the fucking game. We know what the fuck is going on, but we still have to go out and provide for ourselves and for our families. The challenge that I have is that sometimes some of the stuff that I say is that I find myself in that same mindset that you talked about, where let's not be scared of what's going to happen from our employers. But there's some shit that I try to stay off Facebook because I'm friends with coworkers on Facebook. And if I'm putting a particular status of that's talking about, and my director is white, our bosses are white, obviously, that's not a surprise, right? But if I post some shit on there about white men and corporations and my manager sees it, who's a white lady, that should get back to him. It's like, oh, well, we gotta get rid of you. Although
Wait,
we
did you
can't.
just say my manager is a white lady, but if it gets back to him?
Well, he's a director, and then under him is my manager. So I report to my manager, and my manager reports to the director. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So I post some shit, and she sees it on Facebook. Say, oh, damn, well, Charles, this is how he feels about white people? Well, she'll go back to my director, and it'll, hey, this is what he's feeling about white people. Now, they can't fire me for expressing my opinion on Facebook, but they damn sure, I work in a corporation where they damn sure can flip some tables and make some shit up to have grounds to fire me. And I'm not in a position right now where, unfortunately, I have only that one stream of income. Like, we're working on getting that taken care of to where we have these different sources of income. When you get to that point where you get fuck you money, right?
I'm glad
That's
you
what
said
they call it. They call it the fuck you money. It's like, all right, well, you fire me, nigga. I'm good. I got 3 or 4 different sources of income. So I'm gonna express on or off the job.
Let me jump back in real quick because I'm glad you said that, because I actually meant to say something about it, but I forgot that quick.
Yeah.
I do what you just said is really key. We as a black culture have to start practicing working for ourselves, because part of that cooning is because we don't feel like we have another way to take care of ourselves. And that fear right there in itself, in a nutshell, is legitimate. But the problem is it's only legitimate on the surface because most black people, I would say, don't go out and learn how to do certain things for themselves. So we definitely need to get back into the habit of having trades, educating ourselves. One of the best movies, I'm glad I got the chance to see this movie. Amir, I think he was up here when we watched it too. Remember that movie, the spoof that stood by the door? Or something like that. I might be butchering the title.
Just Majai put us onto that movie. The spook who sat by the door.
Right. That movie, the concept of that movie is ingenious in the fact that we need to stop being, especially very skilled trades in a society like IT stuff or medical stuff or being a lawyer. We need to stop holding that to ourselves just because, oh, I went to law school for 10 years and I passed the bar exam, so I'm a lawyer. No. You need to get some cultural responsibility about yourself and bring what you know about law, about how to speak in courtrooms, about how law changes and all that stuff back to your people. Can you teach them to be a lawyer per se and you spent 10 years and all this other stuff? No, not necessarily. But can you give them a better concept of how to operate in that environment? Absolutely. And that's not just with, like I said, that's with all these fields that we tap into their realm to learn, to operate, but we just keep it to ourselves. No, knowledge is only useful when you pass it on. So I think part of the problem of people but go back to the question the way it was asked, what's the acceptable level of cooning at work? The elimination of that question, period, is more powerful when we start learning how to do more things for ourselves, so that if something happens where we feel like we have to step up and not coon and stand up for ourselves, we still have a fallback plan. And I think that's the only reason why it happens is because too many people don't have a fallback plan or a fallback trade or a fallback skill where they don't need that. Like you said, have the fuck you money or the fuck you plan.
Yeah, Doctor. And I haven't read her book. Actually, it's on my read list this year. But Dr. Joy DeGruy, her name is Joy JOY DeGruy DEGRUY. She's a very powerful person. She wrote a book called Post Traumatic Slave Syndrome, and in the book, like, she has a bunch of shit on YouTube. Y'all can go in there and watch a bunch of shit. But she talks about this very subject where when they back in, I think, 1865, when they signed the Emancipation Proclamation and the slaves were freed, up until that point, they had no concept of providing for self. Like, everything was provided by somebody else. So when the slaves were free, when they got the news on that day, like, a lot of them left the plantation, but they were fucking lost. Like, what's next? Like, we don't have skills. We can't fucking read. So a lot of them migrated back to the plantation because, like you said, they didn't have those skills to provide for themselves, provide for their family. So they're stuck working for somebody else. And that was what? The math on that 200 years ago. Math is fucking terrible, but like, that's the same shit we're looking at today. It's like we're always relying on somebody else to provide for us. right? And I think I said this on the earlier podcast. I think Pete may have even said it too. Is like the idea that you have to ask a grown ass fucking man or woman, hey, can I take off work to go to my sister's baby fucking shower? Are you fucking serious? Like this, like that shit. Every time I bring it up, man, my head starts spinning. Like I'm at a grown ass person if I can do something. That's fucking bananas, man. Like that shit is. Right. I don't know, man. That's one of the shit that be like driving me sometimes, and it slips out my mind. But then whenever I get to that point where I need to request off of work, like, damn, I'm requesting time off to go to my sister's baby shower? Are you fucking serious? Come on, man. All right, I'm done. Let me digress.
And to draw a correlation to the earlier topic, and or I should say a person from the earlier topic, what's her name? The light-skinned chick?
Who?
From the first topic that was on the Breakfast Club?
Oh, Amanda Silva. Amanda
She said she made a good point though, and it's kind of, I feel like it's relevant. It's relevant to this conversation in the fact that if you're in a certain situation, you have to pick and choose your battles. So you have to pick and choose, is what you're trying to accomplish worth what's going on? So I don't want to say like something real minor at work, you should be bucking the system and bucking back if you have a plan or something that's going on. I don't want to go as far as to say that. You definitely have to learn to pick and choose your battles. Like, that's not worth my time. That's not worth my paycheck. That's not worth me looking for another job, or that's not worth me setting back my family for a couple of months. That's true. But, again, at the same time, you eliminate that when you start to think for yourself, when you stop depending on the same culture, the same society, the same entity, the same structure that traps you to free you. You got to get out that mindset. And once you get out that mindset, once we realize that we generate $1 trillion a year, that we would be, the 10th most powerful country in the world if we came together or something like that, monetarily.
Yeah, I think it's like the 6th or 7th largest country.
Once we start really getting our grasp of that, once we start providing for ourselves or start looking for ourselves, we start growing our own food, once we start teaching these trades to our children and stuff, or not even just to our children, to the next man over. Like, yo, let me teach you a little bit what I know. You know what I mean? You might not have the necessary everything. I might not be able to teach you everything because you're not in the school environment that I learned it in, but I'm going to teach you enough where it's worst case scenario, you can either do a little bit and then come back to learn how to really do this if you need to, or you can do enough where you can survive until somebody teaches you how to not only survive, but to have surplus. But I don't want to sound like you, even though I said that there's no level of cooning, I don't want to sound like you shouldn't pick and choose your battles. You should definitely pick and choose your battles, because I don't want nobody to be out there trying to like F up their situation. At the same time, you just gotta pick and choose your battles, but you gotta always have in mind that, yo, I have to get myself out of position where I'm dependent on them. You should be dependent. You should be self-reliant.
Yeah, I agree.
The really shitty you ever rolled.
Amir, what you got, bro?
Amir?
Oh,
we
shit.
done lost our host.
Mic check 1, 2. What is this?
Amir, did you mute your phone? Check your phone, bro.
Amir, if you can hear us, we can't hear you, brother.
All right, we'll wait for him to hop back on. I'm pretty sure he probably has some commentary on it.
Right.
But all right, but let's go ahead and jump right into the next topic. And Pete, I'm interested to get your perspective. You're the music man for the show, man. So this is right down your alley, man. So the Grammys, they had the Grammys, and first of all, I don't watch that shit. I don't watch the award shows, or that shit is not appealing to me. But for the show, I had to prepare, so I was doing a little bit of research, and like Bruno Mars won the fucking crown for the Grammys, and I was looking at some of the other top albums that were up for Album of the Year and Record of the Year and whatnot. So I guess the question is that, and Pete, I'll start with you, and then Rob, hop over to you. Pete, what was your take on the Grammys? Do you feel? I think one of the questions was, do you think Jay-Z was duped? And do you think Bruno Mars should have won Album of the Year? I think I already probably know the answer to that.
I mean, fuck the Grammys, man. Like, I don't fuck with the Grammys, bro. Like, I haven't. Like,
If you're a Grammy, you a bitch ass nigga. You get a Grammy, you a bitch ass nigga, right? Chuck?
How does Nas not have a fucking Grammy, dog? Nas does not have no Grammys, dog. You know what I mean? Like, think about that shit. Like, nah, but for real, we, it's bullshit. Agenda is old white. Matter of fact, the whole thing of the Grammys, right, was like the year of the woman and shit. All these women is the most nominated women have ever been in the Grammys. And, like, a small percentage of the women even won the fucking awards. And then they said this to the dude that's in charge of the Grammys, like the president or whatever. And dude goes, women need to step it up. That was his response. It's like, yo, man.
Oh, shit, yeah. See.
Fuck the Grammys, dog.
Yeah.
They don't even know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You had Kendrick Lamar won Album of the Year. Only reason they still owe this motherfucker from the Macklemore shit. That's what it is. Kendrick Lamar done raped up the awards the last 2 years. Just think about it. You know what I'm saying? And nobody else. Jay-Z, he cool when he telling you he's a higher night lights and telling y'all niggas to get. You know what I mean? Like these hoes get money and shit. But when this nigga tell you, you know what I mean, the money phone that ain't money where we at. When he feel like Dumbo because he ain't buy a crib for $2 million that turned around and now it's worth $25 million. When he talk about that shit, he don't win no awards, huh, man? Hell no, because Nas ain't win one. Nigga, no, he ain't gonna win no fucking award. Fuck the Grammys. This shit ain't new. This shit ain't new, bruh. It's fucking complete. What are we talking about? It's not new. Why are we not celebrating ourselves? Why do we even give a fuck about the Grammys? Why do we care?
If Donald Trump is president, why the fuck are we giving a fuck what people vote on?
Come on, man. That's all I'm saying, Chuck. That's my thing. Like, I don't feel the way about who won whatever. I mean, they shared on scissor. They gave a fucking the best new artist award to a chick who had the hottest single, like one of the top singles in 2015, my nigga.
I think her name is.
Come on, bro. Wait, what are we talking about here? Fuck the Grammys. That's my answer.
Yeah, I never. Yeah, her name is like Alicia Kerr. I never even heard of this motherfucker. I don't know who the fuck she is. I had to Google her.
She's
Alicia Kerr.
The song was dope.
She can sing.
The song was dope. Now, I ain't gonna front. Like, the song was dope. Had a joint called Hit and Shit Bang. But it came out in 2015, bro. You win Best New Artist this year. Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Got it.
Cool. That's an issue. Yeah.
This ain't nothing new, man. They didn't have the hip hop award. Jay-Z boycotted this shit back when he dropped Volume 2 because the hip hop awards wasn't even fucking televised. Now it's televised. Yeah, it's televised because this is the most popular genre of music in fucking America. Y'all need niggas. Taylor Swift need Migos to make a fucking hit. When Tyler Perry, whatever the fuck Katy, whatever the fuck her name is, when she ain't popping, where she go? Get a fucking rapper, man. Come on, man. Y'all done got me hot, niggas. We're the buyers. We got buyers.
Listen. I apologize out there on my phone and messed up for yo, is it just me? Is it just my phone? Are they trying to cancel me?
I don't know, man. You said you called it. You called
they
it.
Trying to Nino Brown you. They trying to Nino Brown you.
You called it.
Cancel that bitch.
Cancel that bitch. Listen. I apologize out there for the world, though. But as far as the Grammys, though, Jay-Z, we know he got. I mean, look, man. We know what time it is, man. We know what time it is, and even though I love the Kendrick album, we know what time it is, man.
But it's like, Amir, why are we mad that Jay-Z didn't win no awards? Jay-Z saying the shit that Nas been saying. Nas has no fucking award, man. So of course Hov ain't gonna get an award for no 444 when Illmatic didn't get shit. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's true.
It was written they get shit. When I Am they get shit.
If I Rule the World was the biggest single of the year it came out.
That shit was fire. It's fire. That shit is fire.
Fuck the Grammys.
Yeah, we know. We know about the whole coon dance, man. If I get into sports topics, you have anything else to say though, man? I apologize for people out there as far as the delay or whatever though. With my
They don't want you to win. That's what Khaled said. They don't want you to win.
y'all have anything else y'all want to say as far as the topic or get into the sports?
Nah, fuck the Grammys, man.
All I want to say is I didn't hear every album that was up for either album of the year or for rap album of the year. So the
album of the year was 444, Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, Damn.
Right.
Lorde, I don't know, some white lady named Lorde, I don't know.
Bruno Mars, 24K.
Bruno Mars, and Childish Gambino.
Right. Yep. So what I'm saying is, I never heard the Lorde joint, so I'm going to be fair about that. And I didn't listen yet to the Bruno Mars album all the way through, and I haven't heard the Childish Gambino album all the way through yet. So from the album of the year standpoint, and who was all up for a rap album of the year?
I don't even know, bro. I ain't watching.
I think it was Rhapsody, Kendrick, Jay-Z, and I forget the other two. They weren't. They weren't gonna win. It was Migos. It was Migos and
Lil Uzi Vert was
Tyler the Creator.
Okay, so we can already, no offense, but we can take Tyler Creator and Amigos out of that equation. So for the rest of those,
we should at that point. Yeah.
I heard most of those, and the only thing I'm gonna say is, I really feel this in my heart. Take the story of OJ off 44-4, he would have won both.
Fair enough.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. White people don't want OJ to win again.
Oh no, I kind of disagree though, because he still had his joint. He's still like on the Family Feud joint. He's still like, yo, I refuse to drink any other, liquor when my man Hov got Ciroc. You know what I mean? Like, he's still preaching blackness all throughout the album. You make a good point, though, but I don't know.
True. But the only reason why I say there's a difference between referencing something in a bar or a couple bars versus having a nationally recognized song that's saying, no matter what we do, we're still a nigga.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Okay.
They not about to award you like, oh, shit, nigga, you got a great album, we're about to give you an award, and you still talk about no matter what game you play, or let me rephrase that. No matter how well you play our game, you recognize you're still a nigga. Nah, we can't award you for that.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And let's be honest. Diddy doesn't own Ciroc.
Right.
Yeah. So he's not gonna. The white people aren't gonna be too upset that you're saying still buy Ciroc instead of this, because Ciroc isn't owned by Diddy. He might be fucking the guy that owns Ciroc. Well, let's see the heroes there.
Come on, bro. Chill, B.
I want to say for the record, I am a huge Jay-Z fan, so I do have a degree of biasness. But with that said, considering the fact that Jay-Z, for all intents and purposes, is considered part of that social club, like he's integrated, he's amongst them. And for that album, in my opinion, 44-4 is the best Jay-Z album. For that album, he cannot got any award. For that album,
that's another show.
That's fair.
It's not his best album, but it might be his most important.
Yeah, I can say I agree with that.
Because no other album really sparked a conversation like this. So
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
Point.
Yeah.
Here's my point. For that album to be as good as it was, to not receive any awards, and he's a part of that club, that's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, he just, I'm sure there's another sacrifice or something that he has to do to.
We'll check it out. So on the last show, Pete had recommended us the Doggy Diamonds joint. Yo, there's an interview with him and Ali Vegas. Ali Vegas was saying some Ali Vegas was giving him like the scoop on like some of these niggas out here, like some shit they be doing with some of these executives to get where they get. I'm talking about some crazy off the wall sucking dick, getting fucking ass shit. Like he said,
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, bro. So so when you said that shit about Diddy, probably fucking with it. I mean.
Oh shit, Diddy.
We all know Diddy. We all know Diddy's been getting fucked in the ass for so long. Listen, anybody that calls himself
Why you
Butler.
saying so aggressively?
Look.
Hey, what does Corey Holcomb say? Moist.
Yeah. Diddy definitely takes we know about Diddy. And listen, I'm not saying Jay-Z does it. I'm not saying Jay-Z does it though, but he probably has to watch. Look, man. It's a weird world we living in, baby. Y'all can pretend it ain't happening though, but let's be honest though. We have men turn themselves into women and women turn themselves into men, and this is the world we live in. And this is what it is. And if you ain't down, you don't fucking get invited into the fucking almost $1 billion club and ain't with that shit. When every Jay-Z calls out a gay person every album now. You know what I'm saying? So we know what it is though, but that doesn't take away from his talent. And I think that he's gotten to a point to where they allowed him to say certain things on that album because they knew that people weren't going to go ahead and listen to him, though, because they still look at him as the person that is money ain't a thing. Why the fuck are you saying something? Remember you was stunting on us? Remember you was balling on us? Remember you was fronting on us? Remember that? Oh, now you want to be that guy saying some shit now. Oh, now you got something good to say. You never been that guy before. So where's this coming from? What's happening to you? What's going on? They know the people they've engineered to go ahead and not accept what the fuck you're saying. Yeah. And other people that do agree with you, we're gonna make them seem like they're lames. You better get back to balling you better get back to being the bitch we made you.
Somebody put a video on Facebook. If I find it again, I'm gonna share it. But it was a picture of Jay-Z, I think from the late 90s or early 2000s, of him mushing a chick on video.
Mushing a chick in a video, yeah.
You seen that shit?
Well, I think they said that they always did that. It was something because it was. I would like to see at least 2 to 3 minutes of the interaction. Before I
right there. Yeah, there was no context.
They always hold something else. They're always gonna have something. Listen, you don't get in the spot and think that they don't have. All right, we're gonna let you in, but we're not gonna have something to hold against you. Fuck out of here.
That's the whole point.
So, we all know Jay-Z. We all know Jay-Z fucks young girls, right? Is that a secret?
He had a leader.
Didn't he smashing Foxy Brown when she was 15?
Yeah, smashing Foxy. He had a leader before Dame and shit. Listen.
No, because Aaliyah died. She's only 21, so she had to be pretty young. I don't know what I'm saying.
Listen, man. He told Beyonce, yo, it was like she was like in her teens. He told Beyonce, I'm gonna marry you. He admits this shit. He says this shit. He told you, I'm gonna marry you one day. He like, I told her that. You know, and like a few years later, they got together and shit. Bro, he said that to her like 99 or some shit, bro.
Yeah. So we know what time it is. Shout out to Russell Simmons and Kamora Lee. We met her when she was only 15. Like, hey, we know what time it is, man. This is what they do. Well, he's not the only one. So shout out to Woody Allen, what he did with his stepdaughter. His fat ass and that bullshit. Though. But I ain't gonna get into that though. Right now, because
that's a whole other topic right there.
My nigga. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into this in the sports topics. LeBron to the Warriors. Is that smoke? See, I know you was laughing about this shit. Is that smoke or is that real? What do you feel about it, brother? And all of you, obviously. But I know Pete, you know what I'm saying. When I mentioned it earlier, you laughed about that though, and then now we can talk about that. So what do you think, man? And what do you about think about LeBron to the Rockets? How about that?
Oh man. LeBron is the greatest entertainer of all time, man. That's what he
Fair
does.
enough. He's the Michael Jackson of him. He's the Michael Jackson of basketball. Good job.
He know how to. Don't forget. This nigga said He's like, I don't know if it's the before his first year or during his first year. Say I want to be like a billionaire. I want to be everywhere. I want to be a brand. I want to be the first billionaire athlete. He said this.
Right.
So
right.
His team is trash right now. Ain't nothing going on. You know, everybody getting hurt. What happened? Nigga, LeBron to go to State. Everybody talking about it. Go ahead, man. But Uncle Murray said you got to relax. But Houston is a possibility. I can see that. And I can see all this because this is this thing. This is why even you see what the Clippers is doing. They got rid of Blake. They trying to get rid of DeAndre. Everybody clearing the cap because it's not just LeBron. You're not just getting LeBron next year. You're getting LeBron and friends, my nigga. You might get LeBron and Chris Paul. You might get LeBron and Chris Paul and the D Wade on your team. That can happen next year. So
or Paul George.
You should have to see it. And Paul George, right. And the Paul George. Anything is possible. Go to State. He cares too much about his legacy, man. He's not going to no fucking Go to State. That's not happening.
Okay.
Spurs I can see too. Maybe the Spurs.
Ooh, I would like that. I actually wouldn't mind that. It's to see it with him and Kawhi. Bro?
Do I think him going to the Warriors is a real possibility? No. Now, as far as who is the source of this story, I have yet to figure that out yet. I hear people say that LeBron's camp is saying this has nothing to do with them. This is out of the Warriors camp. The Warriors camp is just saying, it's a possibility. So who's responsible for the idea of this story?
He put out a tweet or some shit. Then LeBron, he put out a tweet or something and had like eyes emojis or some shit, or said I wouldn't rule out a Go to State. He sparked it. It was him. He said something. It was him. I forgot what it was directly. It was him.
Well, if that's the case, I think. If that's the case, I think what you alluded to earlier is the case. Like, LeBron is not stupid. He knows how to keep himself relevant and keep his brand in the media and keep pushing it forward. Now, as far as where he could go, like versus the Warriors, the Rockets, the Spurs, I'm going to say I thought him going to the Spurs would have been a real possibility. But there's stuff coming out of the Spurs now that Kawhi is having problems with the Spurs themselves.
Right.
So it don't, and it's not even about just the reports. The game the other night, but when the Spurs was playing the Cavs, I was watching. Like, I literally every time the camera was on, not LaMarcus, Kawhi on the bench, I was looking at him, and like whenever his team did something positive or whatever the case may be, I was looking to see his reaction. The rest of the bench, the rest of the team clapping or whatever, or mad or whatever, he has no emotions. Now, granted, with that caveat, we know his personality so far has been presented as a person who's even killed or not high, not low, too much as it is already.
Right.
Got it. Cool. Understood. But something still didn't really seem right, like, at all. Like, not to clap your hands once. Like, I'm an athlete. For me, even if I can't stand my coach and half my team. For me to be on a bench and to see my team playing all right, or somebody do something, and not once they clap my hands, that really is an issue. So now I'm starting to wonder what's going to happen with Kawhi himself. So the idea of him going to the Spurs, I don't know anymore. Now, him going to the Rockets, yeah, it's a possibility. We already know his relationship with Chris Paul, whatever. Do I personally want to see him on the Rockets? No. Not because I don't like
Warriors fan.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. I'm gonna tell you what it is. The Warriors, with Kevin Durant going to the Warriors, and the Warriors being what they are, and then Chris Paul going to the Rockets, and the Rockets being what they are, and then for there still to be something left, like all right, we had Paul George and Carmelo go to the OKC. And then we got DeMarcus. Well, even though he's hurt, and then we got the Anthony Davis talks. With all this other talks, I don't want to see all the talent in the NBA end up on one team. You know what I mean? Or on two teams or three teams. Like, that's going to make me disinterested. So,
Can I
personally,
ask a question? Can I ask a question, Rob? I want to ask a question. When is the NBA? Since you've been watching the NBA, let's go 1990, basically. I think for most of us. When have you ever seen the NBA not pretty much have most of the talent on 2 to 3 teams?
Okay,
I'm glad you asked that.
Where it's. I'm glad you asked that, because in my opinion, there's a difference between most of the talent, the overall talent in the NBA being on so many things versus 1 or 2 teams being dominant. There's always been
the NBA though, bro.
Right? No. But see, in my opinion, 1 or 2 or 3 teams have always dominated the NBA. That's true. But all of the talent
1 or 3 players.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But my point is, all of the talent being on 1 or 2 teams, I don't feel like that's always been the case. You know what I mean? Like if you go back to let's go back to not too early where I can't legitimately, even though I might have seen it or heard about it or know about it because I'm an NBA fan. Let's go to the time where I can legitimately talk about what I've seen. Like, okay, let's say the Jordan era. All right, you had Jordan on his team, Pippen on that team.
Mm-hmm.
You had Stockton and Malone on their team. You had Barkley on his team. You had Olajuwon on his team. You had Rodman too. You had Patrick Ewing on his team. You had, you know what I mean? That's scattered right there.
So what you're saying is that
Golden State Warriors.
Huh? So what you're saying is, what you're saying. Go ahead, Pete. My bad.
No, I was saying the Showtime Lakers are the Golden State Warriors, are they not? They was
no.
That's true. That squad.
That's true too.
But
even then, in that era, you had the Showtime Lakers, you had the Boston Celtics, and you still had the Pistons. You feel me?
That's it. It's 3 teams. It's 3 fucking teams. Yeah. It's always been 3 fucking teams. The league has been dominated by Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Shaq, Kobe, Tim Duncan, LeBron James. And that's it.
No.
And the Golden State Warriors. That's
what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's been the league for the last 30 years.
You got to throw the Spurs in there.
The Spurs too.
And Tim Duncan. And that's it. You have literally the Lakers, the Celtics, the Bulls, the goddamn Lakers again, the Spurs, and LeBron James, and the goddamn the Warriors. And that's it. That's right. That's been the league for the last 40 years.
That's why.
So when people are talking about the league all of a sudden being open, it's like, no, the league has been this. The league has been 8 players. 8 players have dominated the league in the last 40 years.
That's
somebody else. Hakeem had a little bit of a break in 2 years. That was it. That's the league. The whole league.
But you're talking about,
in the last 40 years,
talking
those 8
about
players
winning.
have 30 of the championships, brother.
You're talking about winning. I'm not talking about winning. You're talking about winning championships. And you're talking about
all-stars. You're talking about all-stars.
Right. And I'm talking about talent.
Rob, but there is still talent in the league, though. But the league, there's been talent. There was Bernard King. There was Alice English. There was other players out there, though, but they weren't. There was only dominant franchises. There's only been 6 or 7 that have dominated the league in 40 years.
Right. I acknowledge that.
So that's been the league. So the league hasn't changed. The perception has only changed because of LeBron. Everybody hates LeBron. So we make the narrative how they place on LeBron. And that is what it is. Scottie Pippen has never been as diminished as he is only because of LeBron.
Well, we
trying to make
who's
Jordan out to be this person. I think, of course, you know I am. But I'm just saying is that the league has been dominated only by 8 players in the last 40 years.
I wouldn't say that per se. That's why I said.
Who else has dominated the league other than the players I've named? I haven't named non-facts.
Let me finish. That's why I said
hey, guys.
There's a difference between there's a couple of franchises. That's why I said there's a couple of franchises that's been winning versus the talent. That's why I named the players. Like you and me have talked enough. You know that when I judge a person's talent or when I judge Hall of Famers or whatever, I'm not as big on championships as other commentators, sports aficionados, so on and so forth. That's why I didn't just talk about winning. There's franchises that's been winning, and there's Hall of Famers and or talent that's been in the league. So if you have LeBron, James Harden, Chris Paul on one team, and you turn around and you have Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson on another team, who do you have left? Anthony Davis?
That's been who the league is. That's been who the league was.
Yeah, don't sleep on Anthony Davis not going to Golden State now either. That might happen. I can see that.
Huh?
DeMarcus Cousins. I said DeMarcus Cousins went down. Don't sleep on Anthony Davis might go to Golden State, man. I can see that happening.
Yo, if one of them two go to Golden State, I'm done.
But that's been the league. Man. That's been the league, dude. The league in the '80s. This is what I'm getting to without getting overly passionate. We can get to other. We can get into the. We're gonna get into the bars and the Super Bowl picks though. But the league's been dominated in the '80s by Boston and by LA and Boston. The '90s,
Detroit had one. Detroit,
right. They had a little but most of the '80s was
again. You're talking about who won. Now name the Hall of Famers and or talent that was in the league at that time. Name the
Magic.
Talent.
Wait, Rob. Magic. You had Magic and Kareem and James Worthy. You had Larry Bird, McHale, and Parrish. Now, other talents, they didn't have nobody else that was equivalent to their talent on their teams or even close.
What are you talking about? They had Isaiah Thomas, they had Michael Jordan, they had Dominique Wilkins, they had Charles Barkley, they had Julius Erving.
Rob, who else did Dominique Wilkins have?
Okay, but that's why I'm
saying.
Rob,
I'm saying you had other great players, but they didn't have anybody else. I'm saying that the league has always been this. That's my point. I'm not saying you're wrong about it. I'm saying, go ahead.
But my point is, I'm not talking about has the league over the years had a lot of talent on one team, and therefore that team had was able to accomplish championships because of that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying back in that era, in my opinion, even though these teams like the Celtics, the Lakers, the Pistons, the Bulls had a lot of talent on those teams, there was still enough talent around the league to be like, all right, there's still a chance that these motherfuckers might lose. And I feel like now it's starting to get to the point where that's not the case.
Rob, hell no. Nobody was going to beat Jordan and Pippen because nobody else could beat Jordan and Pippen because nobody else had them. Clyde Drexler couldn't beat them because he didn't have nobody else.
So why was Jordan and Pippen going to 6 games then? They wasn't sweeping motherfuckers.
Because they were the other players were still good enough to get them 2 wins, but not 4. Well, you couldn't beat Jordan and Pippen. Rob, what I'm saying is, though, this is what the league is always. So it's nothing new. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. It's nothing new.
No.
It's nothing new.
It's
nothing new that's happening right now.
I definitely feel like it's getting
changed. It's nothing new. The only difference that's changing right now is that players have more control.
Right. So that's the difference. Because back in the day,
and some shit.
You gotta make control of this shit, man.
I love this exchange, man.
There's the only difference is that players have control, and I don't understand why people don't want players to have control. Fuck that.
I'm not saying.
Fuck the goddamn owners and fuck the goddamn because the reason back in the day the way that teams were controlled was the fact that they allowed players didn't have control, so they made the teams. Now players are saying, you know what, since we have free agency, we have this stuff, we're going to go ahead and control our own destiny. And they don't want them to do that. And that's what LeBron loves, which is why when he won a second championship against the Spurs, he said, you know what, I have no worries. I don't give a shit what nobody says when he beat the Spurs. And that's how he feels. He doesn't fucking say no shit after he loses or whatever or wins. Really, he said, Cleveland, this is for you. That's how he feels. This is what it is now. That's what he cares about. He cares about the business aspect. That's why Pete alluded to the fact that he wanted to be the first billionaire. He doesn't give a shit about none of that.
It's definitely there's definitely a money game, especially with the super teams, would be the category I guess has been identified as. So when you got all these all-stars on one team, obviously they sell more fucking tickets, right? People to come to the game. Right. So it's definitely the power. I won't say the power structure hasn't shifted any. I mean, the fact that the players now can control the teams doesn't mean the owners are still getting all this.
Yeah, the white people are still in control.
But I agree with what you're saying as far as, you know, there's been a shift now. Like LeBron has built teams. Like, no, I'm coming here if I can have X, Y, and Z, whatever.
Right.
So I think and I see what both of y'all are saying, but I think at a certain point it's like, well, damn, all right, well, you got all these all-stars on this one team, but then what about everybody else? Like, who's gonna fucking compete? And I sort of agree with, like, it's been, like you said, there's been like 3 or 4 teams that have dominated since 3 or 4 decades for a while.
Bro, 8
right?
players.
There's
8 players. I can name them. It's 8 players. That's it.
It still takes.
It's been a couple other players that's one in between, but it's really only been 8 players that's dominated the last 40 years. 40. Magic, Bird, goddamn Isaiah Thomas, Jordan.
No. You can't. See, that's my point. You can't say Magic or Bird dominated because they had like 40 motherfucking Hall of Famers on each team. They didn't dominate. Their team dominated.
Celtics, Lakers, Rob. Celtics, Lakers, Bulls, Lakers again, Spurs, LeBron, who is a team by himself, and the Golden State Warriors. That's
my whole point. That's what I'm trying to say.
So, Rob, the league hasn't changed.
It's been the same. Because this is what I'm saying. It has changed because, like you said, in the past, it was about the players didn't have as much influence on accumulating on one team as they do now. And back then, it just happened. Either it just happened by draft or it just happened by trade. Now it's these motherfuckers is like, yo, I'm going to come to you, you going to come to me, we going to come to you. It's different. So that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. So
do you have a problem with players having control? My bad.
Yeah.
No, Pete, go ahead. My bad. I was
going to say maybe it wasn't total control, but like, cause they were trying to trade Pippen at one point. And Mike told them boys, like, nigga, I trade Pippen, I'm out. I ain't fucking with y'all.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, the whole story and everything like that, but that's been known. You know what I mean?
I got what you're saying there, Pete. But there's a difference between Jordan going to the front office and saying, yo, I hear y'all trying to trade Pippen. If y'all trying to trade Pippen, I'm out. And versus LeBron, Carmelo, Chris Paul and all meeting in the summer and be like, yo, don't do a 5-year contract. Only do a 3. Because in 3 years, we all going to be free, and we all about to fucking, we going to, you know what I mean?
He made it better.
Fuck them. Absolutely, fuck them. Because guess what? When your ass get old, they going to say, fuck you. So, yeah, you damn right. Fuck them. And do you. No. And I still say what Durant did was a bitch-ass move, though. But I don't blame him necessarily for doing it. As a person that's competitive, hey, listen, it was a bitch-ass move. As a person that thinks about business and how they going to fuck you over, do your thing, Durant. And I could think both ways. But shit, as far as this, though, hell yeah, fuck them. The players are in control now more than they have ever been. That's what Chuck was alluding to. And that's what people
I don't want to get it
well.
misconstrued, though. I don't want to get it misconstrued. I'm not knocking the players for taking the power in themselves. I applaud that. I don't want that to change. Even if it's at the detriment of the league, I don't want that to change because I'm always about the people versus the fucking oppressor or the superiority. But with that said, I'm just saying I don't want to see so much talent get narrowed down to 2 or 3 teams that it's irrelevant to watch. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just trying to understand when have you ever felt like the league was ever that pause open?
Whenever you
ever felt like it didn't come down to 2 or 3 teams, ever in your lifetime, whenever you feel like the league, you know what? I feel like there's about 5 to 6 teams that could win legitimately this year. I can't name a time in my life, bro. I never felt like the Bulls never gonna lose.
Again, I think you're not understanding what I'm saying. It's not that I'm saying that I feel like it's always been like, oh, it's 10 teams that can win the championship this year. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I felt like it was enough talent spread across the league that if there was 1 or 2 moves made, it could change that balance. Versus if LeBron goes to Houston, I don't care what moves is made. It's Houston or Golden State. That's it. Unless fucking Anthony Davis, fucking Westbrook, and fucking James Harden. Well, no, he'll be on Houston. So let's Westbrook, Anthony Davis, Antetokounmpo, and like 2 other people all ended up on the same team somehow. Then yeah. But my point is, if you keep putting it to the point where they're all circulating to 1 or 2, 3 teams, that even if other moves are made, they don't stand a chance. And my point is, Jason Kidd took a bum-ass team twice to the finals. Allen Iverson took a bum-ass team to the finals. So if they would have had 1 or 2 other moves, they might have won. That's my point. But
who
if you
were the
got
fucking 2 teams? Who were the 2 teams that won in the 90s, in the 2000s? I'm gonna get to the bars after this. But who are the 2 teams who won in the 2000s, Rob? The Lakers and the Spurs, dude. And everybody else.
The Pistons, the 2000s.
They didn't win a title. Charles, stop. They played a Lakers team that had nobody else. Let's be honest, Charles. Their third best player was Slavo Medvedenko. You had Gary Payton that was out there on crutches.
But I'm saying, but they were but the Pistons were winning without any quote unquote all-stars.
True.
Yeah, don't shit on the Pistons, dog.
I'm not shitting on the Pistons though, but they won. But they weren't going to win after that without they weren't going to get. And again, let's even say the Pistons. Fair enough. 3 teams that we really thought were going to win in the night, like in that time period for like 7 years of the 2000s. When did Miami Heat win? One, when they got Shaq, who came from the Lakers.
Yeah,
let's be honest, bro. I'm just keeping it real. Like it was Shaq, Kobe, and Tim Duncan in the 2000s. That's it. That's what dominates in the 60s.
Hold on.
The only time you had parity.
Time out. Are you saying Shaq is the reason why the Heat won the title?
Absolutely.
No, you're not.
Oh no, nigga, what the fuck?
Absolutely.
Nah,
you watch too much basketball for that shit. Dwayne Wade is the reason why they won that title.
Dwayne Wade would have won a title without Shaq?
Ball, but Shaq was a big part of it, bro.
Thank you. Listen, he's saying right here, Rob. No. I'm not saying Shaq wasn't a part, Rob.
No, I'm not saying Shaq was a part, but look who they added. They had Shaq, they had Gary Payton, they had Antoine Jameson. They had a lot of people, but
that wouldn't matter without having Shaq, bro.
So, all right.
That wouldn't matter without having Shaq, bro.
So take Dwayne Wade off the team.
They went to 2 Eastern Conference Finals.
So take Dwayne Wade off the team.
Rob, that next year after that, they lost in the first round to Chicago, who had Ben Gordon and Kurt Heinrich.
But you're not answering my question. Yeah. Take Dwayne Wade off the team. They win that title.
No, not both. No, they needed both. They needed both. I'm not saying they didn't need both, but you say they didn't need Shaq. Hold on. The very next year after that, Shaq went to the Cavs. Did they win a title? No, the very next year after that, no, he didn't. He was still in the Heat, and they lost to the Bulls. And Pete can tell you that. Those were the Bulls, the first round.
Yeah, Shaq
in the sweep.
All right, so Shaq wasn't.
Because Shaq didn't give a fuck anymore.
He just wanted to get one without Kobe, man. He like, I got it, I'm good.
That's what I'm saying to you, bro. I know the history. Come on now.
Yeah, I think y'all giving Shaq way too much credit for that one.
Shit, this is Heath Sanders and Pete that's talking.
No, I'm saying I'm giving them both credit. Like it both won without that. We needed it. They needed it. Like without
they
Shaq,
needed each other. There's no doubt about that.
Wade couldn't grow, but they needed Shaq. That's what I'm saying. Wade wasn't getting that one without Shaq.
I don't know about that, bro. It's not even just them two. They had, like I said, they had Antoine Jameson, Gary Payton, Alonzo Mourning. They had a lot of people. They
had a lot of old niggas. You right. And they didn't. Lowe ain't really do much. He did some things, but he didn't do much, nigga. Gary Payton, you know what I mean? Like, it was cool, but he wouldn't have got one without Shaq, bro. I can't
Well,
even,
hell, Shaq was an old nigga at that point.
Well, he wasn't Gary Payton old, my dude, and Lonzo Mourning old. He was focused because, he wanted to get one without Cole. Like, let the niggas know, like, y'all need me, nigga. Like, he didn't want to lead the Lakers, but they wasn't trying to. Kobe the man now, so he like I'm a nigga. Kobe need me, so he was focused that year. We had Shaq, nigga. He was Shaq. He was Shaquille for that year, but after that we had the commercial Shaq.
Yeah, but he was Shaquille with Flash. Like, what's the argument? Like, okay, I won one without Kobe.
Nigga, you won without Kobe, but you had Dwayne Wade. I don't know what the argument is either. I was just saying, like, it wasn't. D-Wade was nasty, but I mean, he wouldn't get in the ring without Shaq. That's what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
That's it.
So,
This league has been dominated in 2000s by Kobe, Shaq, and Tim Duncan. Matter of fact, there was no finals in 2000 to 2009 without Shaq, Kobe, and Tim Duncan. Win or lose.
And actually, in all fairness, Tim Duncan might not have even won one of those titles if it wasn't a shortened season.
the 99 joint.
Matter of fact, since Jordan left before LeBron started going to his finals, though, like I said, there was no finals without Tim Duncan, Shaq, or Kobe. Period. Point or blank.
Well, again, but that wasn't my point. My point was there was still very other talented people in the NBA that if you would have said, if this person and this person got together, they could compete with Shaq and Kobe. That's my point.
But that doesn't happen. That's my point. It ain't gonna happen. That's never been a
They
league.
ain't gonna let that happen. Because they shitted on Sacramento. Sacramento should have won that year. They shitted on Sacramento Kings and Portland Trailblazers. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Right.
The Lakers had some New England Patriot favors, man.
Right. You're right about that.
So that's another show.
That's a good segue,
you
by
know
the
what,
way.
though?
That's a great segue.
We gonna get into these bars though. Pete, you want me to go first, or you want to go first, brother?
Well, I mean, do your thing. Do your thug sizzle, my nizzle.
Blackberry skin, the color that was hidden. She's the fruit that was forbidden, the mother of creation, yet treated like the OG on Vivian. Cold and complected, like the earth in the motherland, open to her beauty like a window by brother man. Look for a lifetime, not just time to kill like a Sutherland. She was from a southern land. Her bodies were hung, necks snapped like wrists from a trap nigga's rubber bands. She wasn't butter pecans, she was chocolate deluxe, mixed with heavenly essence, like with a small touch of cinnamon. What I want caressing, beauty personified, whether dressing or undressing, perfect imperfection like a song by Evanescence. What a blessing. Yeah,
Pete. Okay. Talk your shit, Sam. Talk your shit. Let these niggas know, man.
He's got a heart too. He cares. Pete, man, do your shit, man. Do your shit. Let's go, Pete Prop.
Hey, yo, I said I would kill him. I never lie. This battle of balls, you will lose your life. Steady rock race, this and that for I. Was done in the dark, it will come to light. Success is not here without sacrifice. Prepare for the road, it's not overnight. Keep enemies close, watch for the knife. Some says may be lost, not worth the fight. Some say won't believe and it's quite alright. Just keep fucking pushing and don't lose sight. You owe it to self and nobody else. Living off fears a wasted life. Perfecting the craft to reach your heights. Then peep it, boom's go to dynamite. Avoid the fake love when you do get the win. Just keep the ones around who was with you in the gym. Prop.
Okay, we're not playing around.
Right.
This nigga right here. Okay. But I gotta say it, man, because I'm supposed to be on the show today, Hove. Hey brother. Your brother in rhyme is not bullshitting around. And I feel like that wasn't just the only rhyme that he had, but I feel like he's been writing. That's what I feel like. It's just, but yeah, man. Before I, go ahead and say my closing remarks, I'm just gonna say this though, man. Appreciate you, Rob, for being on the show, man. You know what I mean? We get into it when it comes to sports topics, so you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that though. Before I close out though, I'm gonna say your words though. I'm just saying that. You know what I'm saying? Before I close out though, God loves y'all, barely tolerate y'all though. No. Let's keep doing our thing, man. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing. Go ahead, Chuck, man. Do your thing, man.
Yeah, man. Great show, fellas, as always. Rob, thanks for coming on, bro. Definitely enjoyed the convo, man. Had some really good shit today. We always got good shit. What we talking about? We always got good shit, but today was really good, man. We really went in deep. So that's it, man. Just stay woke, just keep reading, stay informed, stop following the bullshit.
You just gotta keep pushing, man. It was a great show, great dialogue and all that. You know how we do. Shout out to the guests, the Rob D, Robertson Brand. Holla at your boy. It's good stuff. 2 fingers means peace, man. We see y'all next week.